Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Donna Villa coming to you from Chicago, Illinois. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. In Egypt, the Islamic State militants executed a Coptic Orthodox Christian, and the gruesome act was filmed and posted online. Nabil Habashi Khadim, a 62-year-old businessman, was shot in the head with a Kalashnikov on April 18 in North Sinai. He joins the long line of North Sinai Coptic martyrs. Khadim, who was kidnapped in November last year by the militants, was executed for financially supporting the construction of the Church of the Madonna dell Anba Karras. The jihadi outfit accuses the Coptic Church of collaborating with the Egyptian army, police, and secret service. The killing of the gold merchant has sent shock waves across the Christian community, and Pope Tawadros II, the head of the Coptic Orthodox Church, has condemned the act. The North Sinai area is infested with Islamic militants who are fighting against government forces. The African nation of Mozambique is also facing the scourge of Islamist terrorists. The Catholic bishops of the former Portuguese colony have condemned the attacks carried out by militant insurgents on Palma in Cabo Delgado province. During their plenary assembly in Maputo, the bishops discussed the violence and deplored all acts of barbarism committed in Cabo Delgado against defenseless people. In their April 16 statement, the bishops said bodies have been desecrated and homes plundered. Dozens of people, including 7 foreigners, have been killed in the attack when militants invaded the city on March 24th, destroying shops, banks, government buildings. As many as 11,000 people have fled from the area. The bishops also pledged to redouble efforts to help people who were displaced. In what is seen as an effort to foster greater devotion to the Holy Eucharist, the Bishop of Allentown in the U.S. state of Pennsylvania has announced a Jubilee year. Bishop Alfred Schlert has declared a Year of the Real Presence, which began on April 11, Divine Mercy Sunday, and it will conclude on the Solemnity of Corpus Christi on June 19 next year. The Jubilee also coincides with the 60th anniversary of the founding of the diocese. During the Jubilee year, believers of Allentown can obtain a partial indulgence by attending any of the Jubilee events, especially the closing Eucharistic procession and benediction. Bishop Schlert said it is his episcopal obligation to promote greater devotion to the Holy Eucharist as the mystery of the faith was mandated by Christ himself. The Primate of All Ireland and the Archbishop of Armagh has accused the Irish government of introducing what he calls draconian regulations on public worship in a clandestine way. Archbishop Eamon Martin is seeking legal advice on the new curbs. The regulations contained in Statutory Instrument 171 of 2021 were sanctioned by Health Minister Stephen Donnelly on April 12, and they prohibit large indoor gatherings and grants exemption to priests celebrating Mass via live streaming, wedding receptions, and funerals. The prelate said the archbishops became aware of the regulations only on April 16 when they appeared in the Government Gazette. Archbishop Martin expressed disappointment with the regulations that were introduced in spite of assurance of Prime Minister Michael Martin that he was aware of the importance of worship for the Irish people. Cardinal Koto Korai, the first cardinal from Lesotho in southern Africa, passed away at the age of 91. Cardinal Korai, who was the former president of the Bishops' Conference, breathed his last on April 17, Saturday. Born in 1929, Cardinal Korai made his religious profession in the Congregation of the Oblates of Mary Immaculate in 1951 and was ordained a priest on December 21, 1956. He became the first national director of the Pontifical Mission Societies in 1975. Pope Paul VI appointed him as Bishop of Mohales Hock Diocese in November 1977, and on April 2nd the following year, he received episcopal consecration. Cardinal Karras resigned in May 2006, and he was elevated to the Sacred College of Cardinals on November 19, 2016 by Pope Francis. Reflecting the solidarity of the Catholic Church with the Armenian Apostolic Church, the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, or the USCCB, has issued a statement commemorating the Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day on April 24th. The statement, issued by Bishop David J. Malloy, who heads the USCCB's Committee on International Justice and Peace, highlights the loss of lives of Armenian Christians in the first genocide of the 20th century through killings, death marches, torture, starvation, and disease. The pogrom, which began in 1915, thousands of children were separated from their parents and forcibly converted to Islam. The statement echoes the exhortation of Pope Francis to pray and work for justice and peace after his 2016 Armenian visit. The atrocities against Armenians were committed by the Turkish Ottoman Empire during World War I. In Haiti, where 10 people, including 5 priests and 2 nuns, were abducted by the notorious gang named 400 Mawuzo, one of the hostages has been released. As per reports by Le Telegram newspaper, freed hostage is the 70-year-old mother of Father Jean-Arnaud Youssef, who is still held hostage. The newspaper report on April 17 says she was freed after paying a ransom of $50,000. The remaining 9 are still held hostage in the woods with their hands and feet tied on the account of the woman who was released. According to the local media reports, the kidnappers have stopped communicating with negotiators from the Society of Saint-Jacques, to which the abducted priests belong. On April 11, the group comprising the religious and 3 lay people were waylaid by the gang at the Croix de Bouquets northeast of Port-au-Prince while they were on their way to attend the installation of Father Joseph in his new parish. The rising number of coronavirus cases in Iraq has forced the Assyrian Church of the East to put on hold its electoral synod to elect the successor of Patriarch Mar Gervarvis Sliva. The election has been postponed indefinitely until the incumbent will continue to exercise the patriarchal authority. Since the current wave of COVID covers Iraq and the Kurdistan Autonomous Region, the Patriarch consulted bishops and authorities of the Assyrian Christian communities regarding the synod, most of them postponing the patriarchal election. In February 2020, Patriarch Gevargis expressed his willingness to resign due to health issue. With its headquarters in Erbil, the Assyrian Church has more than 400,000 members worldwide, and it follows the liturgy of Saints Adai and Saint Mari in the East Syriac language. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.